Well, good morning. It's Leza live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. You got to love the short work week. Sorry, Drew.
Not a problem. Humpty hump.
Humpty hump. Yeah, if we can make it till noon today, it is downhill towards that weekend.
For you.
Well, yeah, for me. But not really. I'm working this weekend.
Yeah, you got to dance with the
Yeah,
stars.
dancing for the stars. I know that Mayor Pelguta and Steve Shishka talked about it this past hour, and I wanted to call in because I was listening to say that tomorrow we're giving away tickets to Friday night's Dancing for the Stars show.
Fantastic.
We are going to have the entire cast and more.
It's a good thing our studio's really large.
Yes. They might have to take turns coming in. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaotic, but it's going to be a ton of fun. So be sure to tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for Leza Live right here on 103.5 FM KYCA. How's that for a self-promotion?
Very good.
Thank you. And also, I went
Two thumbs up.
Thank you very much. I work really hard at my professionalism.
I can tell. It takes a lot of
He
work.
laughs. Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm trying to be polite.
We don't have to be that professional on this show. This is what do we call it? A variety show. This is a variety show. Yes, absolutely.
And what's your email address for people to send the hate mail?
TheLezaLive@gmail.com. Right often. Send me your suggestions if you want to be on the show. I mean, heck, everybody has a story, and we want to hear it.
We prefer hate mail, though.
No, we don't.
Care of
No.
Drew.
I've only received one hate mail. And
Really?
Well, hate mail is still email. Somebody reached out. Yeah.
I need to
Remember,
step it
I don't
up.
want to talk about it.
I
I'm
need
actually not allowed to talk
I'll
about it.
I'll step it up. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Matt. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so that's tomorrow. Today, coming up, we are going to break down last night's Bachelorette season finale, and it was a doozy. I mean, it really was the most dramatic season finale ever. I don't want to... Drew is laughing. It really was.
He has his own mic muted. That's why.
Yeah, he knows that they say that every season because he's now a fan and he watches. But this really was the most dramatic, and there's a lot. And so Julie actually wasn't expecting to call in today because it's a Wednesday. So she has an appointment at 9. So she's going to call in as soon as she can. Okay. So we got to stall. We got to stretch until Julie can call in and tell us what went down.
Where is her dedication to this show?
I know. She's got, she's an audiologist. She's got a real job. She has professionalism. Yeah. So anyway, we can look forward to that. That's coming up. We got to talk about the weather. It is still hot, and it's going to be hot today, and even hotter tomorrow, I hear. Please share.
You are correct.
Yeah.
If you don't like today, tomorrow probably is not going to be your favorite either.
Right.
Yeah, we're about 5 degrees hotter than we should be right now.
Yeah.
But the thing is we don't have a lot of moisture, so it's going to stay hot. We're going to get that dry heat.
Yeah. That everybody says is so great.
And then, we might be pushing 98 tomorrow.
Did you say 98?
Yes.
Did you hear that, Matt?
We're at
No,
90,
that's ridiculous.
We're at 94 today.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'll tell you what, our lows were wonderful.
Yeah, it does cool down nicely.
We broke the 50s. I was at 48 at my house.
Are you kidding?
It was wonderful. Good sleeping weather.
Boy.
Yeah, so I like the morning, so that's good.
What a range. 50-degree range, really?
Yeah.
48
and
to
if you
98?
Don't like it, it'll be higher. It'll be a bigger range tomorrow.
That's unbelievable. Well, we're doing better than Phoenix because they have had in excess of 100 straight days of 100-plus degree weather, and there's no stopping for them. I mean, it's continuing. We went down for the day on Sunday, and it's just we're like, we need to go back to Prescott. We can't mountain bike, we can't golf. We went to the mall, and the mall was hot because everybody was at the mall.
Well, that's one good thing, though, is Phoenix is the sole supporter of malls because you got to get air conditioning somewhere.
Right, you got to go.
And movie theaters.
And
there
movie
we go.
theaters.
There's
You're not
hope.
wrong. You're not wrong. There is hope. Yeah, so I guess if it's going to be hot here, it's hotter somewhere else. That used to help, but it's not helping now that we're in September.
It sounded good.
Yeah, we should be in the definite low 80s right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, well, we'll be there before we know it. We can't complain. We've got nothing to complain about, right, Matt Hinshaw? Why do you keep sitting up straight? Am I slouching today? I'll sit up straight.
Think about this. People in Portland are going to see 100 degrees, and they got problems up there when it gets 100 degrees.
Oh, they got more problems than just the weather.
Oh, yeah, they got,
Just saying. Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Northwest is getting the heat wave as well, so
Right.
100 degrees in Seattle and Portland, that is
Yuck.
not where you want to be.
That is yucky. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay, we'll stop complaining.
Yeah, we're doing good here.
We got it pretty darn good. So, what else did I want to talk about this morning? Coming up, we're going to be talking to the development director for Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation. Mona Stevens will be in. She's going to tell us all about the foundation. We know, really, but she's going to remind us what they do. Good work over there at Yavapai Casa for Kids. Also, they have a big 5K fun run and Halloween fest coming up for the kids, and she's going to tell you how you can get yourself registered. Get your kids registered. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Is running really fun?
I find it not to be, no.
So
I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when I don't know that I ever really enjoyed it, but I've done it. I don't do it anymore.
do they just use fun to try and encourage people to come out?
I think that, they say fun because it's not competitive. You know, it's not
still
like...
doesn't mean it's fun.
No, it's not. You're right. This is kind of fun, though, because the kids dress up in costumes, and it's around Halloween, and there's candy involved. That makes it fun.
Yeah, call it the costume crawl.
The costume crawl. Well,
there you go.
Why don't you talk to Mona about that when she comes in? That's a
I'll
great
do my
suggestion.
Best. I'll do my best,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, I mentioned Dancing for the Stars. I went to the theater last night, and things are running smoothly. All the dancers are ready to go, and like I said, they'll be in tomorrow morning to share their excitement with all y'all.
I don't know how we're going to get everyone in here at once. I don't know if that's going to happen. We're going to have to do shifts.
We'll do shifts.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're going to just have fun with it.
Okay.
Okay, this is not brain surgery.
I trust you.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Hey, today is Eat an Extra Dessert Day. To heck with the diet. Swimsuit season's almost over. Go ahead and pony up.
Unless you're in Phoenix, then it's like just getting started.
Oh, that's true. Good point. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate
Sorry,
that.
I didn't mean to,
So Google officially became a business on this very day back in 1998, 26 years ago. They opened shop in a garage in Menlo Park, California. It was originally called, do you know what it was called? Do you know, Matt?
Drew knows everything.
He
I'm
doesn't
shocked.
know, but I'm
Not
going
on computer stuff.
Okay, I'm going to tell him, and now he'll know.
Okay.
Back rub. It was originally called Back Rub, but that sounded stupid, so they changed it to Google. And Google isn't much better, but
No.
Google is an intentional misspelling of Google, Googol, which is a mathematical term meaning 1 followed by 100 zeros. It's supposed to represent the number of search results Google can find. Did you know that?
No.
No, see, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing all the important information this morning.
I'm just glad they didn't go with back rub. I mean, that's way too
I know.
confusing with
I know.
possible risque sites.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Come on down, CBS. The Price is Right turns 52 years old today. 10 years older than you, Maddie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, the daytime game show premiered on this date in 1972, giving us Plinko and the Showcase Showdown. It was hosted by Bob Barker before comedian Drew Carey took over in 2007. CBS says the show has given away more than $250 million in cash and prizes since it went on the air. And Scott's aunt was on The Price is Right, and she won a washer-dryer back in the day, and it was very exciting.
Does she still have them?
I do not know.
Oh.
I do not know the answer to that question.
It still doesn't feel right to me, though, watching The Price is Right, and it is Drew Carey.
I know.
I miss
Ever since Bob.
Yeah.
I've got a ton of stories, but I'll save these stories because she's on the line. It's my college roommate, Julie, to wrap up this season's Bachelorette with us. Good morning, Jules.
Leza.
I know.
I mean, come on.
I know.
After 60 years, we finally saw the most dramatic Bachelorette
Season
ending in
finale.
history.
Yes, I was telling Drew that. He didn't believe me, but it really what they've been lying for the past 60 years.
This time lying to us.
Lying.
To our faces.
Yeah, to our faces. So Julie last night, she's like, we should just read our texts on the air. And I'm like, oh, we can't do that. It would be beep,
Yeah,
beep,
no.
beep, beep, bleep. Lots
exactly.
of lots of
have to beep out a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of strong emotions last night, Leza.
We
I
cried.
was holding my dog a lot.
Yes, Bubba.
And
It was on my
I
lap.
called you twice, and then I hung up. I had to hang up twice. Yeah.
We cried. We shed tears. It was that, and I'm not kidding.
Yes,
it was really awful
It was
last
awful.
night.
So here we are.
Okay.
We're at the end. We've got lovely Jen. She has two men. One who adores her. He just, is going to buy the moon for her.
From the start.
The other one who cannot say that he likes her shoes, much less that he loves her.
Right.
And she is in love with that guy. And so we're going in, and I am... and they keep saying, "Oh, the ending is going to be crazy," and I'm like, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm not buying it."
We don't believe
3
them because
hours.
they've been lying
3
to
hours,
us.
Leza.
You're right. 3 hours long. They didn't even do it after the final rose because
That's right. That's a good point.
yeah. I mean, I was like, wait a minute. Where's after the final rose? We didn't need it because there was no celebrating.
No
celebrating.
It was bad.
Okay,
Yes,
so get to the bones.
Huh?
Get to the bones. Get to the meat of it.
Here it is. So,
Okay.
meets the families. The boys meet the families. She has a big talk with Devin. Devin says, "I love you." She says, "I love you." She says, "Great." Then she goes to Marcus and she says, "I love you." And Marcus says, "Listen, I just am not feeling this." She says, "You've got 24 hours, buddy. Are you going to propose to me or not?" And he's like, And she says, "Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done waiting for you. I'm not. This isn't going to work. So
But
goodbye.
you're
Thanks
forgetting
anyway."
you're forgetting that he did say I do love you and you didn't catch it, so I rewound my DVR or whatever that thing is and I recorded it for you and I sent it to you because I didn't want you to be confused because he did say I do love you.
I was confused.
I
You
know.
were right.
I know. Thank God I could set you straight.
I know. It made no sense to me. Yes, he did say that he loved her, but he said it kind of the way that, you tell your grandmother, you're like, "God, if I tell you I love you, will you stop, pinching my cheeks?" And it just wasn't sincere.
No,
it
it
really
wasn't.
Was just, he just had to. He didn't have a choice. So.
Right.
But he did say it, and she didn't buy it. She's like, "Nah, too late."
Right.
So, see ya. And he's crying, and he says, "Okay, goodbye."
Yes.
So then, and so then, yay, she's all happy, and she claims that, this is how she wanted it anyway because she's really in love with Devin.
Right.
And
One man standing. One man left.
One man left.
And he's the
One
man that from the very first day had told her how much he was in love with her, how he was there. They were going to be together forever, one way or another, whether she chooses him or not. They were meant for each other. Right? I mean,
He's
convinced
find her on Facebook, darn it.
Right. So, I mean, very convincing. We all believed him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Although you and I, in all fairness, you and I did hate him at the beginning.
We hated his gum line.
Yes. Well,
You guys will remember that. He has a challenged gum line.
Honestly, I try and block it all
and
out.
It's not going to cost him much to fix that, but whatever. We don't care. He instead is madly in love with Jen and, is just telling his mom how much he loves her and all this stuff, and isn't it beautiful? And she then has to talk to Jessie. And Jessie says, "All right, well, what are you going to do?" And she says, "Listen, I finally decided that I'm going to choose myself first this time. I'm going to finally do what I want to do, and I've decided I am going to propose to Dylan."
Devin.
Oh, my gosh.
Devin.
See, I'm glad you like it as much as I do, Julie.
See, but wait. This whole season, she has been pushing him off, not telling him that she loves him, not really leading him on, just kind of going with the flow. She does not love this man.
She doesn't love this man.
She's
No,
convincing
she loves Marcus,
herself.
And Marcus just couldn't get there.
Right.
Because,
Right.
What did he keep saying that I was like, "Oh, shut up"?
Yeah.
He kept saying,
I'd have to look back in our
text.
text.
Way or whatever. I don't know. Oh, putting too much pressure. He was like,
Yeah.
"I'm just putting too much pressure on myself."
Right.
Like, "Oh, God,
We're
shut up."
confused why Marcus signed up for it in the first place because
No idea.
he knows
Unless-
how it ends.
Unless I think all of them wanted it to be Maria. But
Well,
that's
Maria's
another-
name did
that's-
come up.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So, so she loved Marcus. Marcus couldn't get there. She didn't really love, what's his name, Devin?
Devin.
She didn't really love Devin.
She didn't love Devin.
But,
She settled.
All of a sudden, she does.
Right.
All of a sudden, she's like, "I'm going to propose to him. This is exactly what I wanted. He's the man of my dreams. Isn't that great?"
Yes.
So, but before that, they have to have Neil Lane.
Yeah.
Neil Lane, the ring guy.
Yes.
And I bring him up because that's part of my theory. They bring up Neil Lane, and he picks out a ring, which I didn't think was very pretty, but whatever. It was a ring. And Isn't that great? So then here we go. Devin, I had to think about it.
You know what? Wait.
And
Please stand by. Let's take a quick break at this
Yeah.
juncture because kind of like they do on the TV show, a little cliffhanger. Let's leave people wanting more. All right, more with my college roommate Julie, the Bachelorette season finale recap only on Leza Live on KYCA.
I know I needed a break.
Yeah. You and me both. All right. More with Julie coming up after this quick break. I have to mention, she brought up Neil Lane. Well, I always talk about the Artful Eye Jewelers. No ugly rings there. And we want to congratulate the big winner of the $2,000 jewelry makeover. Her name is Lori. And Lori has a great story. She has a beautiful diamond ring her grandmother bought when she was younger. Lori was there when she purchased it. Her grandmother worked for years to be able to purchase this 2-carat diamond wedding ring for her 25th wedding anniversary and wanted to give it to Lori's daughter someday. But Lori's daughter passed away, and then sadly, one of her daughter's friends stole the ring. Lori never thought she would see her precious heirloom ever again. Miraculously, the friend just recently returned the diamond ring to Lori's granddaughter, Katie, who then returned the ring to Lori. The setting is over 50 years old, and Lori is going to meet with Kara at the Artful Eye Jewelers with Katie, and they're going to design a ring together that Katie can keep and wear containing her great-grandmother's diamonds. Isn't that lovely? Wow, that's a story, I tell you
That's
what.
a tough one and an amazing one at the same time.
Yes. So congratulations to Lori, and congratulations to you guys, because coming up on Friday, it's their next jewelry cleaning spa day. Stop in, get your jewelry cleaned and inspected for free, enjoy some discounts and some they always have refreshments there. It's just a great time. It happens from 10 until 5 at the Artful Eye Jewelers, middle of Whiskey Road, downtown Prescott, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA. We are video streaming worldwide online at kyca.info, where my daughter, Delaney, is listening in Toronto, Ontario. Good morning, Delaney. I love you. All right, we got Julie on the line. We are breaking down last night's Bachelorette season finale. Julie, where are we at?
We're so close, Leza.
Okay.
We're almost done.
Okay.
So, yes, we left it at everyone's in love, and it's going to go great. And they have they're outside because that's where they do these things. Devin comes up. He's got a suit on. She's wearing some beautiful white dress. He is about to propose, and she's like, I can't let you propose because I'm going to propose to you. And he's like, oh, you got me. Ha ha. It was cute and whatever. And so, yay. But What am I talking about? Hold on a second. Forget that. Because everybody's in love, and then all of a sudden they go back to Jesse.
Yes.
And Jesse says, look, this should have been happy, but it's not a happy deal. This is bad.
Right.
So out comes, first they had Marcus come out, and she and Marcus are like, yay, we're cool. Yeah, I just wasn't ready to do this. I had to get out of your way, whatever. And she's like, yeah, you weren't the one for me, and I knew it immediately, and so I wasn't in love with you, so that worked out fine. And we're like, you liar.
Liars, liar.
So
Yep.
bad.
Yep.
So bad. And so she, says, okay, yay, bye, and they seem to be fine. And then after that, yay, they're going to get married, and this is great. But Jesse says, hold your hats.
Right.
This isn't what happens, and this is really, really sad. So then Jen starts crying, and she is upset, and she says, yeah, so, it was weird. We get engaged, and they've not shown us the engagement yet, Leza.
Right. No, they have not.
They didn't bring it up yet.
So they're back in the studio. Are you
They're still in
following,
the
Matt?
studio.
Matt looks
No, I am
confused.
very confused.
Matt looks confused. Questions after.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay, so they're back in the
Pay
studio.
attention.
Yes.
So they're in the studio. If you had watched, you would know. And then they are talking, and she is crying, and she is saying to Jesse, hey, we got engaged, and everything was great, and then we left the island, and he changed.
Yep.
He had one foot out the door.
The whole
is what she
time.
said.
Yeah.
And then
He broke up with her.
Like a month later, he broke up over the phone.
Over the phone.
He said, I never loved you. He said, I'm so sorry you misunderstood.
Yeah,
Sorry
right.
about the confusion.
Yeah.
And,
She was
I
devastated.
felt pressure, and nope, I don't love you, and we should break up.
She was heartbroken. This is when we were crying because we're so sad. Here she's gone through this whole journey. She had how many? 3,400 men to choose from.
Yes, 3,400 men, and she picked the one guy.
The one
who
guy.
was a jerk.
And there were other words that we used to describe him, and they weren't as nice as jerk. I'll just leave it at that.
Beep.
Yeah.
But isn't that how it always goes, though?
No.
Like women always go after the jerks? That's my experience in my life.
Well, but he wasn't playing the jerk. He was playing the Matt Hinshaw. He was the nice guy.
See? She should have just come to Prescott.
Yeah.
We could have gone out. It would have been fine.
It would have saved her a lot of heartache.
It was that my theory is that he really wanted Maria. He thought Maria was going to be there because when the guys get there, they're not really sure who the bachelorette is going to be.
Right.
They found out it was Jen. He wanted it to be Maria. And the reason I think that is because Jen is crying. They bring out Devin, and he is, saying, I'm really sorry about all this. And she says, oh, you were so sorry that you instant messaged Maria, and you guys are now pen pals. Or I don't know how it works.
Let's remind everybody who Maria is. Maria was one of the finalists from last season. It's Bachelor. Yeah, crazy.
Season?
Yeah,
With
Drew
Joey?
remembered.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah,
It was
with
with
Joey.
Joey. That's
Yeah.
right.
The crazy one.
Yeah, the crazy one.
She was crazy.
Yeah,
yes.
but the
And,
guys all
we
liked her.
thought that she was going to be the Bachelorette, and she wasn't.
She didn't want to be.
She didn't want to be. Good for her.
Yeah.
So, but all the guys thought it was going to be Maria, and then as soon as Devin broke up with
Jen,
he instant messaged Maria, and
Jen knows.
I proposed to her or something. I don't know.
Something crazy. But
yeah. So then Jen was upset about that, and he had no explanations. He couldn't say that. No, I was just really happy about winning. I just didn't want to be engaged.
Yeah. He was in it for the wrong reasons.
Like the upstanding guy. And
Julie, did you hear me? He was in it for the wrong reasons. And that's always what it comes down to. Yeah.
Trying to forward his
nobody
career.
is ever in it for the wrong reasons, Leza. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe I watched it.
But because he was such a jerk, he's not going to forward his career. He'll never date again. I can guarantee
Never again.
that.
Who's going to
Join
date
the
him?
group.
Not Maria. Yeah.
Yeah, unless Maria. Yeah, but Maria's watching the show. She knows.
Yeah.
All-
Well, I don't know. What happens if he shows up on Paradise? What
Oh,
if he's on Bachelor of Paradise?
okay. You guys know what that is. That's the
No.
spin-off show. That's where all the singles go, and the singles go to mingle on an island, and they get to hook up and pick their love one there. And so, yeah, he'll be there. And if he dates there, I will be amazed. But you know,
Amazed. I'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of impressed, right? I mean, really.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm,
Well, that's it. So that's how it ended, you guys. 3 hours. I mean, how many weeks did we give to this? And he totally
But Lisa,
bamboozled all
the
of
worst
us.
part about it was that they made them watch the engagement.
Yes.
So after all
Together.
of that, they're crying. They're on the couch. Well, she's crying.
Yeah.
And then they still made them watch the engagement, which
Well,
was really
yeah.
cute. It was all cute and sweet.
It was cute.
Made them watch the engagement.
But
Yep.
we know how it really went down. So there
Yep.
you go. Reality TV, not so real. Once
Not
again.
so real after all, Lisa.
Or is
Matt
it
has a
very
question.
real?
Or very
Well,
real. Yeah, maybe.
It's not like radio.
Well, yeah, so my question is this season like a statement on society's ability in dating
Yeah.
currently in the world? Because it's a
What?
nightmare.
Yeah.
I will not lie. It is
Yeah.
a nightmare,
It
especially at my
probably
age.
is. It probably is. Yes. I
Not
mean,
fun.
no, I mean, yeah, she was totally strung along, made to feel like he was for her.
I don't. This is. Remember, they knew each other for 2 weeks. I mean, all of it is stupid.
That's
and
true.
you know, the reality of this TV show is that yes, they're on gorgeous islands. They are given everything they need to do. Nobody is clipping their toenails in bed. I mean, there's just nothing about this that would make you do anything but fall in love.
True.
So,
True. Good
no,
point.
it has nothing. There's nothing about dating. This has nothing to do with what the rest of us are trying to figure out.
I don't know. I want to go on the show.
Yeah.
I think you should.
You can apply. You might
not-
be
I
too
don't-
old, though.
I'm too
he's,
old.
He's 42, Julie. Is Matt Hinshaw too old?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
too
I
old
think
for a
so.
bachelorette, and he's too young for a golden bachelor.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
I'm right in the middle.
Yes. Now they kept showing the Golden Bachelorette, and she starts next. We're not watching it. She's
No.
she's
Mm-mm.
61. I
No,
told
can't
Scott
take it.
this morning. I'm like, hey, the Golden Bachelorette is your age, and he's like, his face just kind of dropped a little bit.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
maybe we should. I mean, that
Yeah,
our
you could be
listeners
the-
might want it.
You could be the young buck
Yeah.
on the Golden Bachelorette.
I'm good with it.
Would you date a 61-year-old woman?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, I dated younger and
Yeah.
a little bit older, and so far it has not worked out. So
Nothing's
might as
worked
well
out.
just,
Yeah.
jump
Either way.
fast forward.
Yeah.
Nothing
Okay.
ventured, nothing gained.
That's right.
What about 71? Wait a minute. Where's the cutoff?
Yeah. Where's the cutoff?
Well, like I
Don't
tell
you
people,
say it depends on how much money she has.
What's it gonna say that? I want to see a picture of the boat, a picture of the house.
How hefty her Social Security
Exactly.
thing is.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's where he
All right,
went.
got it.
He went there. He's looking for his sugar mama.
Yeah, I
Nice.
mean,
Well, you know what, Lisa? We all are, right?
Well, speak for yourself, Julie.
All right, I am.
All right, we got to let you get back to your real job, but thank you so much for the laughs this season. It's been just a delight. I mean, I'm not a fan of the franchise, but Julie
it.
makes it super fun. And
Yeah, it's
and
the
the
only way I
text
can get through
It is funny.
Thank goodness for cell phones.
The
I mean,
texts
geez, we
are-
couldn't have done this 20 years ago.
20 years
Oh, wait,
ago.
We did do it 20 years ago.
We did. We did do it 20 years. Well, and I was going to read the text to Scott this morning, and I'm like, well, where do I start? Because they are so funny that I was like, I can't read them to you. I can't read them to you. It'll take me, an hour, maybe 3.
you
Oh
have
my
a
God,
show
honestly.
to do.
Well, next year.
Okay. All right. Well, we have to go to commercial break. Julie, we love you, and we'll
Love you too, guys.
we'll talk
Bye,
to you next
Julie.
We
season.
miss you already.
Say,
I know. It seems like a loss in my life. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was fun, right? Admit it.
Julie's always fun.
Oh, Julie is fun. We got to get her in here. You guys will just.
she's a kick in the
She's
pants.
one of the funniest people I've ever met, and yeah, I just love her. She could be a stand-up comedian very easily. All right, so we're gonna shift gears coming up after this quick break. Mona Stevens from Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation will be in to tell us all about the 5K fun run. What did you call it? The costume crawl, right, Matt? Costume crawl.
Yeah, costume crawl.
All right,
Yeah.
that's coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. Right now, ladies, if you're not quite feeling like yourself, kind of sluggish, no drive, no, just not feeling like yourself. You know what I'm talking about. You could be dealing with the effects of hormonal imbalance. Super easy to fix. With Prescott Women's Clinic, they have the solution with their bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It's a natural and effective way to feel like yourself again. So give them a call, make an appointment. 2 convenient locations, one in Prescott, one in Prescott Valley. The phone number to get you started to feeling good again is 928-778-4300. Learn more and make your appointment conveniently online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. Joining us in studio now, Mona Stevens, the Development Director for Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation. Welcome back, Mona.
Nice to be here.
Yes, nice to have you here. Before we get started on the costume crawl, we've just officially renamed your 5K fun run.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Let's talk a little bit about Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation. Tell everybody what it is and what you do.
Well, so Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation is a nonprofit that's been around for over 20 years. And we help kids in foster care and those that are aging out of the foster care system make sure that their needs are met, make sure their lives are enriched, really just provide those positive childhood experiences to try to make their lives better when it's a hard, horrible time that they're going through. And
Right.
hopefully on the outside, when they're done with their stay in foster care, offset some of those horrible statistics that comes from those adverse childhood experiences that they experience.
Wonderful. Give us an example of what kind of things you guys do for those kids in foster care and aging out.
Okay, so we'll start with the aging out group
Okay.
because they have a special place in my heart. For them, a lot of times when they age out of the foster care system, they're done with the system. They don't want to do voluntary foster care where they could get like some stipends from the state. And when they do that, 20% of them are instantly homeless. The study that I know tracks them until they're 24,
Okay.
and it's like only 50% of them will have a job. And then 67% of the males will be incarcerated. And it's like, those things are horrible. And only
Yes.
3% of them will go on to some type of post-secondary education. But with our Keys to Success program, it's like getting those kids, regardless of if they go into voluntary foster care or not, and helping them with any barrier to success. So none of them are going to be homeless because we're going to work with them and the different partners that we have to get them in a home, to get them somewhere safe, to help them with a job, to make sure they're maintaining that job. What skills do you need? And then help them vision for a future so they're not just stuck in a survival mode.
Right.
Yeah.
So you give them the tools that they need to succeed, basically.
Yeah, we give them the keys to
Yeah,
success.
yeah, that's what you said. That's what you called
Yeah,
it.
that's the program.
Yeah.
And then another program I love is our Grants for Kids program. And that program's so versatile. A lot of the kids in Yavapai County, they live with kinship placements, which are actually just like grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, something like that.
Okay.
Somebody in their lives that they knew.
Right.
And they're not licensed foster placements, so they don't get as much support from the state. Just a fraction of the support from the state that licensed foster families get. So let's say that kid wants to go and do sports. We'll pay for that. We've paid for braces because the state says, unless it's a medical emergency, we don't care that little Johnny's getting made fun of every day because of
Right.
his crooked teeth or whatever. Well, we care that little Johnny's getting made fun of
Sure.
every day. So we'll pay for that. We've paid for a foster child that was a teenager, had a child. We paid for the and that child passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, sad.
But we paid for the cremation of that child and got everybody in the family like little necklaces that they could put the ashes in. We do a lot. We've paid for people when their car breaks down to like get that fixed if that's the only car that they have to get from point A to point B so that foster kid could have everything that they need.
Right.
We've paid for driver's lessons, prom, makeup, art kits, art lessons, like anything that you could think of that enriches a child's life or provides for an immediate need, like maybe they need a bed or they need like hygiene products right away. Or another thing that comes up a lot is, oh shoot, it's the end of the month and we need baby formula, but the food stamps or the WIC doesn't come in until this date.
Right.
Well, we
You can
got you.
step in.
Yeah.
So each case is different. Needs are always different with each individual child. And you guys are there as a great resource for these children, which is wonderful. When we come back from this quick break, I want you to tell us, oops. And we're back. It's Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. We're chatting with the development director for Yavapai Casa for Kids Foundation, Mona Stevens, this morning, telling us about all the great things this foundation does for foster kids and those aging out of the system. How are you guys funded?
Well, we are 100% funded by donors and sometimes grants, but mostly donors. We are a tax credit organization. In fact, in Yavapai County, we're the only qualifying foster care charitable organization. So that gives us they've changed the numbers recently. It's gone up, but it's like $500 for single, $1,000 for couples.
Right.
And people really care about kids. And I know when I first came in, they were transitioning 5 years ago, and it was like, oh, we're going from this $30,000 operating budget and it's keep growing. And now we're at 1 point something million dollars, not operating in a day, but money coming in.
Right.
And it's wow, great. So that's where we get most of our funding from.
Amazing.
Individual donors, we do some grants for specific programs, and then we have our fundraisers. We have our gala that's annual, and then we have our annual 5K fun run, which is a really big fundraiser, but it's also, I like to say it's fun.
Yeah.
And then raiser.
Right. It's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a community event. Everybody is invited to participate. Tell people when it is, where it is, and how they can get registered.
Yes. So it is October 26th at the downtown Prescott Courthouse Square Plaza. Right. I'm trying to think of that street that it's actually on. It's the one that's where the Bucky O'Neill statue is.
Oh, right.
Right by the steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Gurley Street, right?
Yeah. So it's on the Gurley Street
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And then,
And you show up at 9, but you got to register first, right?
Yeah, you can register online, and that's why we're here so early, because
Right.
we want to push registration online because we run out of shirts every single year. No matter how many times I try to be okay, well, we'll order 10% more.
Right.
And we run out of shirts every time. So if you want to ensure that you get your race day shirt
Right.
in your size,
Right.
you want to register online.
Okay.
But we do have walk-up registration, so just get there at 9. And I would say even if you register online, still get there at 9, because it's
Right.
not just a 5K.
Yeah.
It really is a Halloween party with lots of carnival-like styled games. This year we have a lot of wellness booths coming in where you can get yourself a massage. You could do a little yoga before you go run.
Nice.
And you don't have to run. You could play all the games with the kids and then just wait for the costume contest and win some prizes, play the raffles, do all kinds of things, listen to music.
Fun.
Yeah.
Tons of fun.
It is a lot
and
of fun.
it's a free family. Foster families are free to this. So if you have a foster child, bring the family on down. Children 16 and under are also free. Runners are $30. Teams of 8 are $160. Tell people the website where they can get themselves pre-registered, which we are highly encouraging.
Yes, so you can go to Yavapai Casa for kids.org/annual-5K.
Awesome. So it's Costumes for Kids 5K Fun Run and Halloween Fest.
Yes, but we're going to call it the Halloween or the costume crawl.
The Halloween costume crawl from now on.
Yes.
Thanks to Matt Hinshaw.
You're welcome.
And his brilliance over there at the end of the table.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Matt was like, is it really fun to run? But when you're a kid, it is fun to run, especially in a Superman costume.
Yeah, but they'll learn.
Yeah. I mean, the adults take it seriously, too.
Yeah.
There was one year, this group of real estate agents, they came dressed up as a dragon, like one of those Chinese dragons.
Yes.
And they ran in that suit down the street to get, and I'm like, how do you do? You have to really trust somebody who's leading you. I just don't know how they did it, but they
amazing.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Super
crazy.
cool. So the adults dress up in costumes, the kids dress up in costumes, and run for a good cause. And then stick around for the Halloween Fest before and after. Tons of fun to be had.
Free food.
Free food. Well,
Lots of prizes.
it took her 20 minutes to mention there's going to be free food
It should have
there.
been first. I mean, look at us. Or me.
Well, look at us. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Look at Drew. Drew's hungry, too.
Yes. Well, and so you're going to have food, refreshments, and just a ton of fun. Well, you got to have candy because it's
there's
Halloween.
lots of candy. Lots
Yes.
of candy. Lots of games, prizes.
Fun.
But the costume contest, I would say, come out because we have multiple categories. And I say the adults take it more seriously than the kids,
Yeah.
but we have the adult male, female, group. We have the child male, or not male, boy, girl. And it's just like, it's fun.
Yeah.
And we don't skimp on the prize baskets either.
Nice.
Like, though there's this guy that's been the reigning champ for the past 2 years for the men's costume contest.
Yes.
And I saw him and he was like, I'm still using those free oil changes. And I'm like, wow, cool. Like,
Nice.
yeah, it's a real fun time. And
Perfect.
just come out.
Yeah. Perfect. And it's on the Saturday before Halloween, so you're going to need to get your costume ready anyway. And here's a great way to try it out on Saturday, the 26th, for the Costume for Kids 5K Fun Run and Halloween Fest. Again, the website to get more information and to get signed up is
Yavapai Casa for Kids .org/annual-5K, or if that's too much, just give us a call and we'll lead you there.
Okay.
928-445-0800.
Awesome. Mona, thank you so much for coming in this morning and sharing this fun event for families for a good cause. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me,
You're
Lisa.
welcome. You're welcome. More when we come back here on Leza Live. But first, time is precious. We all know it, especially when it comes to your dental health. That's why Pro Solutions Dental Group is proud to offer same-day dental technologies. Imagine walking in with a dental problem and walking out with a solution all in one visit. How awesome is that? Whether you need a restoration, a repair, or a makeover, their skilled team utilizes advanced techniques to streamline your dental care. No more waiting around or making multiple trips. Get the smile you deserve today with Pro Solutions Dental Group. Their number 928-776-1208, or reach them online at PrescottDentist.com. And we are back. It's Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA, hanging out with Matt Hinshaw and Drew Imity for our last segment this morning. I've got some stories to share. You want to hear them?
Only if they're really awesome and amazing and uplifting.
Do I bring you anything else?
Yes.
Remember, it's a variety show.
That's right. That's right. You got to take the good with the bad. This one's pretty good, though. Listen to this. NASA's next astronaut might have the kind of resume that'll make your own parents wonder what they did wrong, Matt.
Oh, I know what they did wrong. They had me. Come on.
Lieutenant Commander Johnny Kim is a former Navy SEAL. He's also a Harvard-trained doctor, and now he's going into space as an astronaut. Oh, and they say he's a pretty handsome dude, too. I haven't seen his picture, but, I'm going to Google him as soon as we're done. And that's not bad for a guy who's barely 40. What have you done with your life,
I mean,
Matt?
some people just hit the genetic lottery, all right?
I know, right?
I mean, I'm
not
lucky I
wrong.
got out of bed, all right?
And made it here in time.
And made it here in time,
For the
yes.
big show, yeah. Pretty amazing. He's going to spend 8 months conducting tests on the International Space Station starting next March.
But is he going to get stuck up there with the other two that
I
are up there
hope
right now?
not. What's the story with that? Have they figured out how they're going to bring him home?
They're
Elon.
waiting. Yeah.
Elon's going to get him.
Elon said he's going to get him.
Elon to the rescue.
Yeah,
Okay.
in what, like January, February, something like that, right,
Yeah,
Drew?
I guess they got to get another rocket ready. It's not like, you just, let's go.
I mean, wasn't there a movie like this? Martian. Wasn't it Martian?
Yeah, The Martian.
Where they
yeah.
get stuck out in space in a spaceship?
The book is
Wahlberg,
so
wasn't
much
that
better.
Wahlberg?
Yes, it
Oh,
was Wahlberg. It
Wahlberg.
was on Mars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's quite. And what about the one with Ben Affleck's friend? What's his
Armageddon?
name? No, Ben Affleck's friend, his buddy,
That's
the blonde. What's his name?
yeah, that's The Martian.
The Martian. Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. One brain. Sometimes you have to help me out.
Well, that's sad because I mean, look at the brain you're talking
Pulling
to
from.
here. I mean, I'm
Between the
no,
three of us,
Well,
we might have one.
I do have Drew. I do have Drew if you fail me.
I mean,
but
I'm no Navy SEAL astronaut,
no,
handsome.
we know.
looking-
We
I mean,
know.
Doctor.
We know, Matt. We know.
I'm the
Hey,
opposite spectrum.
So you need to be you need to be wearing your bug spray, guys. Are you wearing it? Because serious stuff is happening. I went to the Prescott High game on Friday. I took bug spray and I sprayed. Listen to this. If you're not scared enough to wear it yet, you're gonna be. A man in New Hampshire is in the hospital fighting off not just one but 3, count 'em, 3 mosquito-borne illnesses. Yeah, he's a 54-year-old guy, and he started to feel sick back in August. Now he's got swelling in his brain and can barely communicate. He tested positive for EEE, West Nile, and St. Louis encephalitis, all from a mosquito bite. Isn't that awful?
I'm gonna need to start using that.
Yeah, use it.
Yeah.
Get the little one, you keep it in your purse, and just...
No, I'm the diseases. If
Oh.
people start questioning like my
What's
mental
wrong with you?
capacity, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got a mosquito bite last week.
Well, there you
My
go.
brain's swollen.
There you go. That might work. This guy, though, is going to need 24-hour long-term care for the
For a
rest of
while.
his life.
Wow,
and
that's not funny.
there's a GoFundMe that has been started. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is the first we're going to hear of this. So wear the bug spray, guys. Wear it. Oh, gosh. Listen to this. This is a weird story. The mayor of Paris says she's going to leave the Olympic rings on the Eiffel Tower indefinitely.
Why? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, she just said that the rings are part of the spirit of celebration, which, Paris is, what is it? They call it the romantic city or
City
something.
of Lights.
City of
Yeah.
Lights, it's very romantic.
City of Love.
Yeah, and now we've got I'm all about the Olympics. You know me. But I think that that's pretty ridiculous. And they have to take them down because they're too heavy, and they're going to replace them with lighter ones.
Seems like a waste of
No,
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. All of the pictures and all of the postcards and of the past will become a relic because from now on, what are you gonna say?
I was going to say, look at the Coliseum in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Prior to the Olympics, they didn't have the Olympic rings on.
Right.
After the Olympics, they've left them up there,
Well,
and they've been up there.
and that makes sense. So it's a Coliseum.
Yeah, and it's on concrete.
It's not
you
the
know?
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
When they light that thing up, there's nothing prettier. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you.
I got a question. So
Yes, sir.
why is Paris and France known as the city of love and all that other stuff when, like, the French people, as far as I've heard and know, are not very nice?
Well, no, you're not nice to us.
Oh, well, that's what it is.
But
They
when
just
you're
don't like
there,
Americans.
When you are in Paris, it is, you just feel it. It's very romantic. The cafes and the escargot, lots of wine being imbibed. Yeah. It brings you that warm, fuzzy
so
feeling.
it's the alcohol. Got it. We got whiskey rose. Same thing.
True. Yeah. So anyway, what else? Got anything else for me? Anybody? No? I've got one more. Do we have time?
Of course.
There's a man trying to swim across Lake Michigan right now.
Oh,
His
I heard
name
about
is
that.
Jim Dreyer. He's an ultra swimmer nicknamed the Shark. And he set off on his journey on Monday night. It's about 80 miles across the lake. I have swam a mile in a lake in a triathlon before, and it
it's
is
hard.
long.
It's long.
You think, in a mile in a pool, not a big deal. But in a lake, it is hard. And he's pulling a little inflatable boat with his supplies behind him. He's done this before, though. And he's hoping to do it again. That's
And
the
we're
sound.
done.
All right, Dancing for the Stars, Season 8 cast tomorrow. We're giving away tickets. Don't miss it. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.